Hello, my name is Amber Arnold, and thank you for viewing my Capstone project video. Currently, I am a specialist degree candidate at Kennesaw State University. I plan to obtain a specialist degree in instructional technology May of 2019. I currently teach kindergarten at Argyle Elementary, which is located in the Cobb County School District. The title of my capstone project is Engaging Student Learning with Seesaw Integration. Seesaw is a digital learning portfolio that allows users to document learning using voice recordings, videos, and text. The capstone project was completed at Argyle Elementary. Let's take a look at the demographics. By looking at the graph, we can see Argyle has a large population of both Hispanic and African American students. This graph shows the different populations represented at Argyle. 39.5% of students enrolled at Argyle are English language learners. 14.2% of students enrolled are special education students. 4.3% of students enrolled are identified as gifted, and 51.6% of students enrolled participate in the Early Intervention Program. CCRPI stands for College and Career Ready Performance Index. Data shows Argyle's CCRPI score is increasing, but it is still below that of the school district and state. This data represents Argyle's performance as a whole on the Georgia Milestones Standardized Assessment. Now let's take a look at the mission of Argyle. The mission of Argyle is to inspire lifelong learners through engaged learning, differentiated instruction, and varying instruction to the learning needs of students. So why Seesaw? I chose Seesaw because it directly relates to Argyle's mission. Seesaw allows students to document their learning independently, develop 21st century skills in a safe environment. I really love that families have instant access to their child's individual learning portfolio, so they can log in at any time and they can have a clear picture of what their child is learning. Seesaw allows for quick and efficient communication between educators and parents, and it also allows for increased, engaging, and personalized learning for all students. So the big concept of this project is to increase student engagement. Research indicates that engaged students are more likely to perform well on standardized tests and are less likely to drop out of school. One initiative that Argyle chose to use in order to leverage the gap in maximizing student engagement was the implementation of Seesaw. The overall goal of this project is to train teachers how to utilize Seesaw in the classroom to create engaging and personalized learning for students. This project had 3 objectives. The first objective was to increase teachers' awareness of engaged learning by 75%. I really wanted teachers to have a clear understanding of what an engaged classroom or what engaged learning looks like. The second objective was to increase teachers' use of the camera and video component of Seesaw by 20%. And the third objective was for teachers to increase their use of the sharing component of Seesaw to personalize learning. This particular component was very important because it allowed the parents to actually connect with their child's learning to see what they're learning in the classroom. So now let's take a look at the project plan. First, I completed a needs assessment in order to gather information about the professional development workshops that I would be giving to teachers. I used this information from the needs assessment to help prepare myself for the professional development workshops. And I gathered the information from teachers using Google survey forms. Implementation of this project occurred through professional learning workshops. Hands-on tutorials and printouts and resources were also given to teachers so that they could reference the information once the training with me ended. The project and my professional learning was evaluated using Google Forms. First, I gave teachers a pre-assessment form to help gauge their comfort using the various components of Seesaw. After the professional development workshops took place, I also gave them a post-professional learning workshop form so that I could see if their level increased as a result of them participating in the workshop. Teachers were also given checklists during the professional learning sessions so that they could self-evaluate their readiness relating to using the various components of the Seesaw app. I really wanted teachers to walk away feeling confident relating to their abilities to use this app efficiently with students in the classroom. Now let's take a look at the results. Objective 1 was to increase teachers' awareness of engaged learning by 75%. And we can see by the data that 95% of teachers that took part in the professional learning workshop actually had a great understanding of what engaged learning really is. The second objective was for teachers to increase their use of the camera and video component of Seesaw to implement or personalize learning. And we can see by looking at the data that 58% of teachers actually begin to implement the camera and video components with their students every day. And the last objective was for teachers to increase their use of the sharing component of Seesaw. And we can see that 65% of teachers reported that they utilized the sharing component 3 times a week. So I was very happy with the results from this particular project. Now, as I reflect back and I think of my capstone experience, I learned a number of things. The first thing I learned was to be patient. Patience is key. Not everyone learns at the same pace and not everything goes as expected. So that leads me to my next point is to just be able to adjust, be prepared, but also allow for flexibility. Not everything will always go as you plan it to go. And everyone, teachers, students, we all learn at different rates. So it is very important when giving professional learning workshops to be understanding and flexible. And another thing that I learned was how important it is to set aside time to provide one-on-one technical assistance as needed. Some of the teachers that participated in the professional learning sessions really appreciated me setting aside time specifically for them one-on-one to really go over the app and answer any questions that they had. This really made them feel more comfortable using the app. Overall, let's take a look at the big picture. Overall, this project was a success. Teachers feel more comfortable and prepared integrating Seesaw in their classroom. Overall, implementation of using the Seesaw app has increased. Thanks for viewing my capstone project video. If you have any questions about this project, feel free to email me at amber.arnold@cobbk12.org. Thanks.